Hey all, my name's Michael, welcome to the channel, and we're going to be getting into some 4chan stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now, let's begin. Be Me 22 with strong feminist beliefs. I'm working as a research assistant for a gender equality nonprofit downtown. I always assumed dudes had life on easy mode while women struggled against systemic oppression. I spent 4 years absorbing feminist theory through campus activism and online spaces. I never really questioned whether this narrative was complete or accurate. Then my younger brother Tyler starts having serious problems that make me pay attention. He's 20, dropped out of community college, living at home, and deeply depressed. My family keeps telling him to man up and stop being lazy. When I had my mental health crisis sophomore year, everyone rallied with therapy funds and support. Tyler gets told to get a job and quit feeling sorry for himself. This double standard starts making me uncomfortable for the first time. I decide to actually observe male experiences instead of just assuming I understand them. I start paying attention at family gatherings and social events. I notice my male cousins are always expected to pay for dates and pick up dinner checks. My female cousins complain about broke guys while never offering to split bills. Guys who mention financial struggles get less sympathy than women in identical situations. Male relatives are pressured to choose high-paying careers over personal fulfillment. Women are praised for following their dreams, even if dreams don't pay well. Visiting Tyler at his construction job during lunch break, I realize this is backbreaking work in dangerous conditions for $15 an hour. All the workers are men, injuries are common, and everyone accepts this as normal. No women are applying for these jobs despite equal opportunity policies. Society expects men to sacrifice their bodies for economic production. Meanwhile, office jobs with better conditions are increasingly female-dominated. Attending Tyler's high school graduation ceremony as family support, I notice female graduates get celebrated for breaking barriers and achieving despite obstacles. Male graduates get told, time to become providers and support your future family. Same diploma, but completely different social expectations and pressures are placed on them. Guidance counselors push girls toward college and boys toward immediate employment. College prep resources are heavily marketed toward female students. Accompanying my friend Sarah to family court for her custody hearing, I watch her ex-husband Marcus lose access to his kids despite being a good father. He works 2 jobs to pay child support, but only gets every other weekend. Sarah admits privately she uses kids as weapons when she's angry at him. The court system assumes kids belong with mom regardless of actual parenting quality. Marcus is treated like a walking ATM rather than a parent with equal rights. Volunteering at Campus Mental Health Awareness Week during college, I discover male suicide rates are 4 times higher than female but get less attention. Men's depression symptoms are different from women's, but the same treatment approaches are used. Therapy techniques are designed around female emotional expression patterns. Male students are afraid to seek help due to stigma about appearing weak. Campus counseling services are staffed mostly by women and geared toward female clients. Working as a tutor at a local high school for extra money, I notice boys consistently getting lower grades than girls for the same quality work. Male energy and competitiveness are pathologized as behavioral problems. Boys are punished for rough play while girls get gentle redirection. ADHD medications are disproportionately prescribed to boys for normal masculine behavior. The educational system is designed around female learning styles and compliance. Attending workplace safety training at Sarah's office job, I realize most dangerous occupations are 95% male. Construction, mining, fishing, and logging. Workplace death statistics show men dying at work 10 times more than women. These jobs pay well because they literally risk life and limb. Society expects male sacrifice for economic infrastructure. Women are concentrated in safer indoor jobs but complain about wage gaps. Sitting in on job interviews at my nonprofit internship, I observe male candidates being questioned intensely about commitment and leadership potential. Any mention of work-life balance is seen as lack of ambition. Female candidates are praised for wanting balance and meaningful work. Identical qualifications are evaluated through completely different lenses. Networking events encourage women while men compete for the same opportunities. Visiting the Veterans Hospital with my grandfather for his appointment, I see that most of patients are male casualties of wars they didn't start. Many are dealing with PTSD, physical disabilities, and substance abuse. Veteran services are underfunded while military family programs get priority. Male sacrifice for country is taken for granted rather than honored appropriately. Society sends men to fight wars, then abandons them when they return damaged. Attending a criminal justice seminar during my college internship, I learned men receive 60% longer prison sentences than women for identical crimes. Female defendants get sympathy and excuses while male defendants are presumed guilty. Drug addiction is treated as a disease for women but a moral failing for men. Domestic violence accusations are automatically believed when a woman is the accuser. The justice system has clear bias against male defendants at every level. Volunteering at a homeless shelter during winter months, I find 75% of the homeless population is male but receives fewer dedicated services. There are programs specifically for women and children while men sleep outside in the cold. Homeless men are viewed as dangerous threats rather than people needing help. Male homelessness is blamed on personal failures, not systemic issues. Addiction and mental health services prioritize female clients. Working part-time at an urgent care clinic as an administrative assistant, I notice male patients receive less pain medication for similar injuries. Nurses assume men can handle it without complaint or assistance. Female patients are repeatedly asked about comfort levels and pain management. Medical staff takes women's pain more seriously than men's suffering. Men are discouraged from seeking healthcare through tough-it-out cultural messaging. Attending my cousin's divorce proceedings as moral support, I watch a systematic wealth transfer from him to his ex-wife. She initiated the divorce but gets half his retirement savings and ongoing alimony. He loses the house, kids, and financial future despite being a faithful husband. No-fault divorce laws reward women for leaving while punishing men financially. Marriage has become an economic trap for successful men. Observing a campus Title IX hearing as a journalism student, I see a male student expelled based on accusation without criminal conviction. There's no due process, presumption of guilt, and social destruction follows. The female accuser is protected while the male accused loses everything. The campus justice system is designed to favor female claims over male rights. Careers are destroyed by allegations that wouldn't survive actual court. Visiting an elementary school for a volunteer reading program, I notice male teachers are avoided due to suspicion about their motives with children. Fathers face restrictions on volunteer opportunities and field trip participation. Boys' natural physical energy is treated as a disorder requiring medication. Masculine role models are absent from the educational environment. Young boys learn early that their nature is problematic. Researching dating culture among college students for a psychology paper, I find women have unlimited options on dating apps while average men get ignored. Men are expected to initiate, plan, and pay for all romantic interactions. Female sexual autonomy is celebrated while male sexuality is portrayed as predatory. Young men face constant rejection while women complain about too many options. Emotional investment is rarely reciprocated in the modern dating landscape. Attending a men's rights presentation out of curiosity, expecting to debunk it, the speakers present compelling statistics about systematic male disadvantages, legal bias, educational discrimination, healthcare neglect, and workplace deaths. The audience consists mostly of middle-aged men who seem defeated rather than angry. I realize these aren't misogynist, but men pointing out legitimate grievances. Their concerns about discrimination appear statistically valid. Visiting bankruptcy court with a family friend facing financial ruin, I see divorce settlements create a permanent male poverty class. Successful professionals are reduced to minimum wage through alimony obligations. Lifetime financial obligations never decrease despite changed circumstances. The legal system treats men like indentured servants to ex-wives. Female remarriage doesn't eliminate male financial responsibility. Attending workplace harassment training at a corporate internship, I observed policies that criminalize normal male social interaction and networking. Men are afraid to mentor women due to false accusation risks. Business relationships are destroyed by liability concerns and legal paranoia. Professional advancement is hindered when genders can't collaborate naturally. The workplace is becoming gender segregated through harassment policies. Researching selective service requirements for a psychology research project, I discover only men are required to register for the military draft. Male citizenship comes with an obligation to potentially sacrifice life. Women receive all citizenship benefits without military service requirements. This is constitutional discrimination based solely on gender, but nobody talks about it. 6 months of systematic observation reveal disturbing patterns. The legal system is biased against men in family, criminal, and civil contexts. The healthcare system is designed primarily around female needs and concerns. Educational institutions treat masculine nature as pathology requiring correction. Employment expectations sacrifice male health and safety for productivity. Social services prioritize female problems while ignoring male suffering. I start questioning everything I learned through feminist activism and media. Maybe the patriarchy narrative is incomplete or deliberately misleading. Perhaps society extracts more value from men while providing less support. Biological male advantages come with enormous social and legal costs. Traditional gender roles involved male protection and provision at personal expense. Feminism eliminated male privileges while maintaining male obligations. I realize that being male in modern society involves hidden sacrifices nobody discusses, constant pressure to achieve and provide without reciprocal care or support, legal vulnerability in relationships, employment, and family matters, and cultural messaging that pathologizes natural masculine traits and behaviors. I begin understanding why Tyler and other young men seem so defeated. It's a rational response to a system demanding everything while offering nothing. Male struggles remain invisible because acknowledging them threatens victim narratives. I learned that the male privilege concept ignores massive gender-specific disadvantages. Being male means accepting responsibility without corresponding authority, working dangerous jobs, dying younger, suffering in silence, and facing institutional bias while being blamed for systematic advantages. Now I understand why men's movements exist despite feminist opposition. Their grievances concern real discrimination, not misogyny or entitlement. Women benefit enormously from male sacrifice while claiming oppressed status. I discovered uncomfortable truths about gender dynamics in modern society. Men face crushing expectations and limited support systems. Male suffering is invisible because recognizing it threatens the feminist worldview. The system is designed to extract maximum productivity from men with minimal reciprocity. Understanding the male experience requires seeing beyond the privilege narrative and recognizing systematic ways society demands male sacrifice for general benefit. My face when everything I believed about gender was propaganda disguised as social justice. My face when male privilege is actually male burden reframed as advantage. My face when I spent years advocating against people who were systematically disadvantaged. I'm going to have some very uncomfortable conversations with my activist friends. I'm wondering how many other social justice narratives are similarly misleading. I'm feeling guilty about dismissing men's concerns as whining or misogyny. Tyler's depression is starting to make perfect sense now. Maybe it's time to approach gender issues with actual objectivity instead of ideology.